That's a pretty sorry-looking wagon you got there, mister.
I reckon it could use a coat of paint.
Well, what are we waiting for? Gonna paint our wagon, gonna paint it good. We ain't bragging, we're gonna coat that wood.
We're gonna paint that wagon, we're gonna paint it good. They ain't bragging, they're gonna coat that wood.
They're singing! They're singing, Marge! Why aren't they killing each other?
Yeah, their guns are right there.
Wait. Here comes Lee Marvin. Thank God. He's always drunk and violent.
What the hell is going on in my town?
We're just painting this wagon. You got a problem with that?
As a matter of fact, I do. You missed a spot.
Well, grab a brush and join in.
Gonna paint your wagon, gonna paint it fine. Gonna use oil-based paint, cause the wood is pine.
Ponderosa Pine.
What's up, everybody? Oh man, I love The Simpsons. How good are they? Mike is running late, as usual. So we might have to play that intro for him again. I was pretty happy with that. I was actually quite impressed. Right, let's go through say hello to chat. We've got Eric Weathers in the house. Good to see you, dude. Good to see you. Darko D13's here. Simply Green. Finatra. Good to see you, man. Unhinged. I love you. I love you too. I love you as well. It's weird. Men saying that out loud. Mike Ladicci, 2 words, ghost hunt. Yeah, dude, we've got to sort it out. I mean, can you go ghost hunting in a cemetery at night? Like, is that legal? Does it matter? Can we just do it? I don't know. Bretsky the Great's in the house. How's your father? Mo Biggs, good to see you, man. Finn said hello. Mortal V, Battle Brick Road Kickstarter. Yeah, we could talk about that. Scrolling down. Maiden Hell. Good to see you. Mortal V. So they pose a stupid face and Photoshop it for the video. So how many faces they make until they feel they got the right? Dude, we use the same one over and over again. It rarely changes. We don't put that much effort into it. Michelle, how are you? Michael, sorry.
Hello.
Yeah.
I've arrived.
Did you miss the intro?
I did.
Yeah, we're gonna have to play it for you again later at some point because I thought it works well with the thumbnail that we use today.
I haven't seen anything actually. I've been busy working. I apologize.
Good-o. Dave, I made you a moderator so you can add links to whatever you're working on. Same with you, Phil. I did that for you just now, so feel free to chuck links into whatever you want. Dave says, on today's show, what's on Kickstarter? Ghost Hunt. Terrible jokes. Why isn't my channel growing? Well, I mean, streaming once a week.
All good questions, and I think we should ask again.
Yes. I don't like what's going on here, Mike. It's just very like...
Oh, he's purring now.
It's like dark sexual. It's what you've
What?
got going
I'm
on
patting
here.
a cat.
It looks weird. Looks like you're getting into it a little bit too much. Simply Green, it's Texas Mofo. I'll play it again for you guys in a bit, all right? How long ago was that episode? I don't know what you're talking about. Felix Haas is here. Perth Comics. Jasper, good to see you, dude. Mike looks like a Bond villain. D's in the house.
Villain. Good
to see you, mate. No one, nowhere. Good name. Scrolling. John says stroking a pussy is not work in Bancroft. I agree. It is very feminine.
This is a male pussy. All right. It's very progressive.
Male pussy. Arthur Line's here. Micra.
It's very 2023.
What's going on, man?
We named him.
Ginger.
No.
What is it?
Look at his coloring. Look at his patterning here.
Don't tell me it's like Tabby or some crap like that.
We named him Nugget. because he looks like a chicken nugget, and because he's got 2 little nuggets that we're gonna have to chop off pretty soon.
Oh shit.
Got to organize the vet.
So it's yours now. It's your cat now.
I mean, it's his now, his ours now, or else I guess he goes to the old cat house in the sky, I suppose. I don't know what else he's going to do.
Mo says Bancroft has a pet ghost he named Nipples because he doesn't believe ghosts or nipples exist.
I believe they exist, just not in the Lucent, just like moons. There's no moons or nipples or horses in the Lucent. They don't exist.
What about ghosts, Mike? You're not a believer, are you?
Well, you can try and make me a believer.
Well, Mo brings up a good point. The point is, would you rather have a nipple-sized dick or dick-sized nipples? I mean, they're both horrible, aren't they?
I mean, I suppose you would have to go with the micropene. You can't live a life with with that. How do you function in society with 2, schlongish nipples hanging off your chest every day?
Because like half of the time they'd be like just pointed down, and the other half like they'd be like out here. That would be super weird. Take the nips down, easy. A third dick-sized nipple. Oh, and chop it off. Mike, I want to play the intro because we're kind of like...
Play it.
All right, I'll play it.
Is anyone watching?
Yeah, like 30 people here.
Nice.
Hey! That's a pretty sorry looking wagon you got there, mister. I reckon it could use a coat of paint.
Well, what are we waiting for? Gonna paint our wagon, gonna paint it good. We ain't bragging, we're gonna coat that wood.
They're gonna paint that wagon. They're gonna paint it good. They ain't bragging. They're gonna coat that wood.
They're singing! They're singing, Marge! Why aren't they killing each other?
Yeah, their guns are right there.
Wait. Here comes Lee Marvin. Thank God. He's always drunk and violent.
What the hell is going on in my town?
We're just painting this wagon. You got a problem with that?
As a matter of fact, I do. You missed a spot.
Well, grab a brush and join in.
Gonna paint your wagon, gonna paint it fine. Gonna use oil-based paint, cause the wood is pine.
Love it. What you like that?
I love that. That's an amazing scene. A pure classic. This could become the Simpsons appreciation channel.
I love The Simpsons. This is our thumbnail, Mike. Don't you think that's brilliant?
Oh yeah, see, I would have been expecting it. If I had have seen that, I would have known exactly what was going on. Yes.
Okay, so it's obviously gonna paint the wagon, circle the
wagon. Is it
wagons.
a metaphor? Why is the Kickstarter there?
Well, I mean, we're all loading up the wagons to go over to Kickstarter. Is the point? I thought it was pretty special, like how we got there.
Is that honestly? Wow, Rob, that is a reach and a half. That is a long.
It's a mass.
To draw.
It's a. What do they call those things when they all get in their wagons and they go to a different
wagon
town?
trail?
Wagon trail. Yeah, that's my point. Everyone's moving over to Kickstarter now.
As a matter of fact, I do have a problem.
Floodgates have opened.
I got a new backer. Nice.
Yeah. I thought we'd just have a look at these and see how they're going. So $1,500, dude. It's nothing to sneeze at for your first time on Kickstarter.
I'm going to use this money to go to the US, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
To see Camel.
So. This is my de facto GoFundMe to go to Tampa Bay.
You'll probably get more people backing if you tell them that.
Well, I just had the idea yesterday. I stole it from Jake.
Marcus says, didn't Kickstarter say CG folks can't use backer kit for their campaigns there? That would make sense because I don't know if backer kit likes CG. So that's another point to make.
Yeah, but I think you don't have to use backer kit through Kickstarter, do you? Or do you?
No.
Yeah. Backer kit are making their own. Oh, they have their own crowdfunding site now, and as far as I'm aware, you can't associate with Comicsgate and use that. So because we're so evil, we're such bad people, you know. I posted a thing today about Vita Ayala saying, you know, we need more anyone who isn't a cis white dude to apply to some job that was up, you know, a couple of years ago. But we're the bad guys.
It's just, I don't get it, Mike. It doesn't make any sense. The backer kit are doing their own crowdfunding thing, and apparently they don't like CG. So I don't know how public that is yet, but I don't think it's a secret either.
I talked about it.
Oh, you did, yeah?
Yeah.
I can't keep up with what you've got going on. Eric Weathers is now on Kickstarter. He's raised more money than you, Mike. How does that feel? Is that okay? You're all right with that?
I'm fine with it because it's a Kelsey Shannon cover, so I wouldn't expect anything less. Actually, can you see how many Kelsey Shannon covers he sold? Can we do that?
4, and then I think there was an early bird thing here, 25, so 29. Plus, he's got some in the packs, so it's 31 of those.
This cat is blasting right now.
Blasting what, Mike?
It's like an engine. Can you hear this?
No.
That's too low.
Yeah, Mo, I agree with you. I already hated backer kit before I knew about
I don't know what the point of backer kit is. I don't know what it is. All I know that it's got that you can track what campaigns did site, but other than that, it sounds like it's a fulfillment service and that they turned into a crowdfunder.
Well, it's been a long time since I've used it, but when I did use it, it was kind of like a separate thing after your campaign where you could add stuff on and do all this different stuff with your perks, it's just annoying because like you've done that already. You have to wait to pay for shipping and then you have to do this backer kit stuff. It was irritating.
Are you done sneezing on me?
All I know is what helps sell add-ons and upcharges for campaigns. What? Tell us.
He says, all I know is it's what helps sell add-ons and upcharges. Well, I think Kickstarter recently added their own add-ons and everything. So I don't know why anyone would need it, but you know, that's just me. I don't really know much about.
Holy crap, look who it is.
Oh yeah, Antoine's been hanging around lately. It's great. He's been back.
What's up, man?
Kit is a service designed to separate creators and profits. It feels like a middleman. I don't know why people need it, but you know, some people like it. Some people I don't know.
I don't know if anyone likes it. So Battle Brick Road is on here. That's pretty cool. That's another one. Bonds is on here, Mike. Did you know that? I didn't know that.
I didn't know that, but I do know now.
Yeah, Bonds.
There's tons of campaigns that we're familiar with on this site, actually, and some other ones you're probably not familiar with that look pretty amazing.
Yeah.
If we want to continue with that theme of let's check out Kickstarter campaigns.
Yes, well, why not? We're here. I might as well. Bonds is there. War Party's on here.
I did know that, yes.
18 backers. Not bad, not bad.
It seems to be about sort of like 1,500 to, let's say, 5,000 is probably what you're looking at over there, just kind of, you know, without having anything specific that would really supercharge. Although I haven't seen this art. Is this all new art?
Well, this is Diani in 1927, Mike.
I know she goes through time. Yeah, you know, but I think this, I mean, Diani has she has assets that will really help her sell on Kickstarter, so it doesn't surprise me. But Dave Brink actually he made a decent amount on Kickstarter. He made 7,000 euros. No, pounds, euros. Which I think is about the same as US dollars, actually. I'm not quite sure.
Is that American Bliss?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it.
It's ended now, but
yeah, still 188 backers, man. I'd be interested if Dave tell us how he did that, because that's pretty impressive considering you know, what everyone else is doing. Justice says, I'd rather look at Kickstarter instead of the wheel. Well, the wheel's over. The wheel's over, Jasper. You don't have to worry about it anymore. War Party has a great logo. Does it?
War Party's a great book.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good.
Murph is a nice guy. He actually just complimented my artwork today, so I'll compliment him back.
He is a nice guy. He is very nice. I like giving him shit. It's fun. Here are some campaigns.
He's a nice guy. I'm going to give him some shit.
That I just had to click on, Mike.
Speaking of, all right, this cat's starting to sneeze now. Speaking of Simpsons, what the hell is this?
I don't know. Yummy. A tasty collection of pinups from some amazing artists that we need you to be aware of.
I'll be the judge of that.
Wow. Okay, there's a lot of artists and not much art so far. Is there like better pictures, or is this all we're getting? Like these little... Oh, wow. What do you think of that Marge Simpson one, Mike? Is that...
I wish I'd never seen that.
Is that your jam?
Instantly. I instantly regret this. Who likes this stuff? All right, I got to let the cat out.
That's tasteless. Trash. Off for digital. About 80 backers bought only digital items. Yeah, that's cool, man. Good job. Really good job.
You know, if you want to laugh at something, I actually did find a Kickstarter that was just bewildering. It reminds me of the old webtoon days. We would have to read it though.
Okay, we can do that.
Through it. I'll find it and we can read through it. It is hilarious though. It's what we're up against over on Kickstarter.
Is this just me, or is that like cancerous to your eyes trying to read those names?
You don't like lavender pink font with black outlines and an offset drop shadow? Really
with italics
packed together in italics?
Yeah, thank God, it's not good. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this makes me want to. Yeah, there are dudes that sell these prints at cons. Yeah, the pink's not good, man. I want to see what Bancroft's got going on. Where's Dave's
let me
gone?
share it. Oh, let me share this. I'll show you something funny, and then I'll show you something that's actually good. Change is a comic about two newly married couples who don't have things clear and decide to try new things. Simple, right? Maybe not. And you got a bride here. What should I do? It actually goes to, you can read. This is like a web. I know this is a webtoon because it's in vertical format like this.
Yeah, 100%.
Should I quit before it's too late? And everyone is, you know, it's very front on. you know, the artist has learned how to draw.
Well, there's no way he
characters
should
like
quit
that.
because she's got a massive rack.
Well, just wait. This is exciting. So there's 2 couples, yeah?
What the is that that's a dude, yeah?
No, that's a Rob, that's a woman, clearly.
Okay.
Look at the wangos. I need to see what the chat are saying here. Is this Irene? Did Bancroft just ask Rob to swing? We'll see. Just trust me. Which one's you and which one's me? So there's that one and there's that one. Are you in the glasses? Me. That's you?
No.
All right, I'm in the glasses. Me. I'm in the glasses. Yeah, you're the smart one. I think I look more suave.
You wear glasses. You're the smart one.
I don't wear glasses. Mo says these grooms will learn the value of caring, understanding, compassionate, and kindness. They certainly will. I love the dialogue in this book. In this thing. It's so nice. Today we will have the marriage we want.
Oh yes.
I'll pass that.
That escalated quickly.
It did, didn't it? I don't want to get you in trouble though. So you can take a look at the first 5 chapters totally free of charge. I can't resist. Okay, so they're getting married. Respect one another in prosperity and in adversity. Why is it she doesn't look happy? Why doesn't your wife look happy, Rob?
What about my face? I look like I've seen a ghost or something. What's going on there?
Maybe you have. My wife looks resolute. She looks ready. You know, a little bit alien too. Anyway. What is it? Hang on. In adversity will be the most reliable partners. Do you want this woman as your lawful wife? Yes, I want to.
This is great.
I read the whole thing. I was digging it. Do you want this man as your lawfully wedded husband? If I want to. You're sweating there, Rob. Sweating. I like her blush. That means she's blushing here, the lines. And now by the power that God gives me, I declare you husband and wife. Clap, 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 clap. Oh, she's finally seemingly happy.
Oh, okay. All right, I've done my
now
job.
We're on a plane.
Whoosh.
A bit of
great
a
sound
clip
effects.
art plane.
Yeah.
I wonder how they, you know what I think what they do here is you just get a plane, a 3D plane, and then you hit auto outline and then you just color it in. I think that's how that works. I've seen that. I've seen them do that. Clank. All right, we're drinking now. All right, this is me. For our sweet future, health.
Oh, this is great, man.
Are there? Your wife is not into it. She is not. She's not interested, and you're wearing lipstick, so that's probably why. Are there any good movies? All right, continue on. Now we're at the hotel, the Blue Hotel. So you know things are going to get raunchy at the Blue Hotel. And here's me just sitting on the bed like a cat, waiting in my boxer shorts. She's obviously in the shower. He's not going to join her in there. He's going to wait. Click.
Oh, he's sweating.
He's coming out.
She's not even drying herself off, Mike.
Nah, she's ready. Why why is she wearing panties in the shower?
Dude, I love how they've used the Kickstarter logo for the censorships.
And why do they have to censor this? Because she's already covered. Did they get a bit lewd there? I guess they would have. Is this an AI generated comic? No, this is just webtoon quality. This is what webtoons is like. Don't just sit there. Oh my goodness. What am I going to do? Do something with
what?
Kamai wet body.
What? That's not even a word.
I don't know what. It's like a C with an accent on it. It's in French. It's it's for when the C is an S sound. Yeah. and her feet are saying she's ready, and as is that. Now this is your wife, who's still looking very shy. Anyway, you say to her, "You look beautiful." Gulp. No, glup, not gulp. Glup. And
Lethal Diva says, "Is this Boots and Heels 4?"
Okay, says this is what Webtoons is like. This is why I realized Webtoons is gay and dull. Look, I don't know if this is what the biggest Webtoons are like, but this is what I remember Webtoons being like. Slap.
You might need to check the next one, Mike.
I'm gonna go down very slowly. No, there's nothing pornographic on there.
This is a good start, right?
Hang on, that's my wife.
Sorry.
What's going on here? Are we swapping between? What's happening already? Oh, what is this that they all do? That's just a saliva.
Drooling. Yeah.
Ew. That's gross.
Mold of B, thanks for clarifying what's happening in the panels, man. Thank you. We didn't catch on.
Franco saw these webtoons and thought, why not me? Well, just in case there was any confusion as to what's going on. Is it just a hand? A quivering hand? I think that's your hand. You're quivering to touch your new wife.
That's probably not the spot I'd go for first.
On the shoulder. And you say, and she says, "Are you sure this is right?" And then you say, "Don't think about anything else. Just think about us." No, full stop. Ah, how could I do this?
Oh, the bra's got a sound effect.
The bra's off. It says, plas. Plas?
I need to look up what plas means.
What does plas mean? And then he says, "Well, I'll take care of the problems." And then
it says plas is a small, unusually dirty pool of water.
Not to take your word for it. I've drawn faces worse than this, so I shouldn't laugh. I mean, but that is I don't know what's happening here. I don't know what angle.
Not too bad.
It's like we're looking at it in 4 dimensions. You know? Not sure what that is. Not sure what that is. I don't think she's loving what you're doing, by the way. You're not taking care of the problems. But then, all right, the deeds is done, and now we're out in the hotel room, and we're like, oh, we're gonna
high fives.
Walking. No, wait. Look what happens.
Oh no way.
Card swap.
Swish.
Seems like they know each other. And then I'm much more resolute. You fit with your wife.
You're a dirty dog, Mike. I mean,
yeah.
Expect this from me.
I know what I'm doing. And then she's like, "Jin, is that? I guess that's your name." I don't think that's it.
No.
So if you want more, you're gonna have to back it. So
how much is it? Like how much is it raised?
Hold on, let me go. 363 backers, 7,000 Australian dollars, 4,300 euros. So a lot more than ours.
Bad. Mo says
they're crushing us.
In the end, the dudes end up together, and it's all one big golden gay time ad.
If it would be, I would back it.
Yeah, you would.
That's what we're up against, Rob. That's our competition. Just so you know.
So this kind of interests me. The title, not tests on animals. A mentally unstable doctor has been conducting animal experiments deep within Black Rose Labs. Is this some sort of B-Rose type shenanigans?
I don't know if B-Rose would be this creative. I think he's retired from comics. He's just eating burritos now.
Is he?
Giant burritos. KSS says, if this is why manga is winning, I don't want to win. No, that's Webtoon. That's not. I don't think that's.
Webtoons does pretty crazy numbers though, man. Everyone's backing
That's what
it
they
now.
want to read.
Can we check if people have backed it, Mike? Since you showed it, it'd be too hilarious.
I'll have to go back. Hold on a sec.
That's it. I thought that was an interesting. This is the one, Mike. This is going to be interesting.
What is on that woman on the left?
Let me. Flickering Lights 2, an erotic sci-fi horror comic book. A haunting erotic horror story of loneliness and desire. You can get issue 1 on this campaign as well. I don't know. Should we read this one, Mike? What do you think?
It looks like a lot of words. My one was quick.
Look what's happened. Look what's happening here. Pull back, everyone. I want us off this ship now. They're having like some space ghost orgy. It's pretty incredible
he doesn't
stuff.
want into it.
Bad bug. What the hell's going on here? Let's have a look at this. Is that a mirror that she's like making out with? Yes, that's exactly what's happening. Kickstarter, man. It's very impressive. Oh my God. You want to read that from Mo?
Her vag is haunted by the ectoplasm of her regrets. Also, it's like they're banging ghosts.
Yeah, like it's like ghost hairbed or some crap. I mean, the art's pretty good.
The art's, yeah. That one, go back up. Not that one. That one. I like that art.
Yeah. Michael says, "There's your ghost hunt, fellas."
You're going to the ghost hunt at the strippers or something.
Okay, so on this one, it looks like some robot is shooting stuff onto her from its hands.
Oh my God.
Amazing.
All right, let me share this one. I don't know if you've got it ready. But
let me see how my friend's going. 579 backers. Insane, man.
I saw this, which is pretty impressive. This just launched the other day. Megalith. Bad Idea. I don't know who Bad Idea are, but they must be pretty legitimate.
Dude,
they put out a whole bunch of books.
Wasn't that someone we just saw? Bad Idea? Let me have a look.
All these imprints, yeah, they're making decent money over on Kickstarter. But anyway, this is a hardcover omnibus version of this book. And they made a shit ton of money from only 1,300 backers. So they made $320,000 from 1,300 backers, which is incredible. And that's because I'll scroll down and show you. I mean, the art on this book is just off the hook.
Fuck,
absolutely,
that's fire.
Yeah, absolutely phenomenal.
Oh, sick.
La Rosa. That actually sounds familiar.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Look at this.
Oh, wow. Yeah, man, that's nuts.
So I don't know if this is all the books. I mean, it's the only art I'm seeing. Look, he's sitting in that thing there with the light on him. That's dope. So cool. I don't really know. It's called Megalith, so it sounds like something I would be interested in, and it's got, history here. You know, they're in DNA, they're in outer space. It reminds me a little bit of Meta Barons in the way it's in the way it looks here. Look at this eye here. Very cool. But apparently it's come out before, and this is now the omnibus version. So it looks like it's been a long, long time in the making. So
Skip says, bad idea as a publisher. They're all industry pros. Other tiers retailer exclusive.
no, but they are expensive.
I'm just going to grab a drink, Mike. 1 sec.
Yeah, I'm just going to show everyone the art, and then we'll go through the tiers. Look at this. Look at it. All right, so tier 1, $20. You just get your name in the book. Like that's it. You don't get the book. For $20, you get your name in it. Did people buy that? 16 did. And that's like Joe Quesada. I don't know. Megalith Joe Quesada cover. Oh, the cover isn't out. He hasn't supplied it yet.
That's right. Now, say my name.
Jim Cox, 5 memberships. Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate it. Legend.
Yeah, so I don't know if these are separate. Now, these aren't the hardcovers, though, so I don't know what you're getting. I suppose I should probably read through this. Your name in the... No, hang on. Tier 2, Joe Quesada. What do you get? You get your name in the hardcover. And Megalith, oh, you get 0. So for $40, you get the 0 edition Joe Quesada and your name in the hardcover. For $80, you get... All right, so it just keeps adding more of the books. I don't know how long these books are. Norn Conundrum. Don't miss this gripping 8-page thriller. Oh, better be pretty gripping for 8 pages.
8 pages? For how much?
Well, I mean, you get your name in the book. You get whatever the 0 issue Joe Quesada thing is. I don't know how many pages that is. It's not saying. 8 pages? Yeah, I don't know. So for 120, you get the escape area tier. See, I'm bringing this up because everyone's complaining, oh, CG's prices are too high. You know, that's how they make their money.
Did you send memberships, man? I don't see them if you did. Let me know.
Oh, how do you live with yourself gatekeeping D like that? 120, you get all of that plus the escape area. So what I think what he's doing is like every, $20 or so, you get something extra than what you got before. Another 8-page, yeah, more 8. It's just 8. They just keep adding 8 pages to what you're getting until you get up to 125. Eventually, you get the hardcover edition. I don't know how many pages it is.
Mortal V says it's by Mags.
The story is?
I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't think Mags isn't an artist. It doesn't say who wrote it, actually. I will get down to the team. It doesn't say how many pages this thing is. I mean, it looks thick, but I don't know.
I can't stand the amount of text that's on that reward.
Yeah, it's so hard to figure out. So I was just like, as cool as this looks, I just didn't look at these. $1,000, you get a presentation home exhibition case. This is nuts. 3,500.
It's unreadable.
10,000. You get the original art. Okay, that's fair enough. The art is pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
For another 10,000, you get this, whatever that is, and it's some secret, and I don't know what is going on.
Is that like a web address that you have to type in? I don't
friggin' know. Let me check out these tiers. 4 people back to 3,500. No backers on the original art yet, and no backers on that weird one. But man, 4 on the 3,500, 4 on the 1,000. Yeah, mean, it looks amazing. I don't know. I can't figure it out. Can't make heads or tails of it, but
is it Neil Adams' megalith? Mo says, answer my question, you banjo-eyed golems.
what question?
Is it Neil Adams' megalith?
I don't. I'm gonna have to. I mean, I can't find any information on this friggin' page.
That's crazy. Too much text. It's comics.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm not finding Neil Adams anywhere. No. No Adams. There's no Neil. I don't know who wrote it. It doesn't say. Does it say team? It doesn't even have a team on it. I know nothing about it other than it made an absolute shite ton of money and it looks amazing.
considering how hard it is to back, because you'd have to read all that, that is amazing that have made that much money.
Oh, here we go. Matt Kind, Berserker, partnered with the legendary Louis LaRosa of Savage to create a comic unlike any before it. That was in 2018. So it's been around a while. They've been working on this in various artists. Casada, this person, Taylor Esposito, Laura Martin. Okay.
Dave's comic, he's done really well. He's sold, if you look here, man, he's got like 76 backers on the digital version.
Yeah. That's you really
crazy.
got it. I got actually I don't know how many I've got. I've got a fair chunk of people getting the digital.
None of the sequential art's gone though. Yeah, I mean, it's a good looking book. It looks great for Kickstarter. I'm not surprised it's done well. It's interesting though, the fact that he's got 188 backers is really solid.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see because Kickstarter will tell you, and actually I can show you what they tell you. And again, I don't know how this is like Indiegogo, how much you trust them. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it'll tell you in the back end now. I don't know if they used to do this, but it says how many are coming via Kickstarter and how many are coming via external referrers. So at the moment it says 39% pledged via Kickstarter and 60% via external referrers, which is YouTube, Twitter, direct traffic, you know.
Very interesting. What's going on with this page, Dave? Like chicks eating food. She's drinking. Now she's crying. Now they're hugging. Now they're both eating food. What is going on here, Mike?
He's come home. She's got him noodles.
Mm-hmm.
And then he comes onto the couch. And he's like, hey, baby.
You have a massive rack.
No, he says maybe he says something sad to her because she's crying in the next panel. But then she hugs him. So he might be saying something sentimental, like the best part of my day is coming home to see your beautiful rack. And she's like,
yeah. Well, I mean, that's what he's trying to get at.
And then so she hugs him and says, oh, no one ever treated me as good as you. And then he's eating in the next one, and she's taking the thing out of her out of her hair, so she's getting ready. It's business time.
Well, that's not a good sign. Usually they put that in their hair when it's business time.
Oh no, she's gonna take it out and go like that and be all sexy. You know?
Oh, okay. All right. Micah says Rob sees emotion is immediately confused. I know, right? It's like
yes. Romance.
I want Dave to tell us what happened. It is fun guessing.
No, I don't want to know now. I bought my interpretation to be the only.
I like this chick.
Correct one.
I've named her Jungle Pussy. What do you think? That's a pretty decent name.
I think that's lewd and inappropriate.
Who took the fun out of you, Mike? Where are they?
I think
KSS
it's
said
disrespectful.
Robin Bancroft should do a webtoons about a sexually frustrated Asian married couple who just watch TV together. It'll be a huge hit. I don't get it.
No. Now, see, webtoons look the way they do because you got to do 40 of those things a week, 40 of those panels a week, and it's hard. It's hard to do that week in, week out. I don't know if I can do that.
Mike, guess what I found in my backyard today?
Kangaroo.
Do you want to know? Do you want me to show you a picture?
Obviously.
Okay. There's no getting upset that I showed you now, because once I showed you, you asked for it. So let me just get my phone out. And this
Why
was
would I be upset?
Oh, you haven't seen the photo, have you? This was sitting on my clothesline. I'm going to hold that up to... I'm going to go full screen, and I'll hold that up to the camera. Hopefully that will work. Can you see that?
What is it? It's a dead
half
rat.
It's a half of a mouse, just disemboweled.
How did it get up there?
I don't know.
Did it get chopped by the thing, or that part doesn't move?
No, that was down. We don't use that part of it, and it was just cut in half.
Maybe ask your daughter about that.
Was that worth it? Does that make you happy?
Not really, no.
Half an animal, yeah, it was. What else? I'm launching tomorrow on Kickstarter. At the Midnight Munchies.
Yeah, the bandwagon.
I know, right? Well, I was the OG, Mike. I was the OG.
You were.
Technically.
You were. It's funny. Everyone's sort of been coming to me for Kickstarter advice as if I know anything.
It was so long ago, though. I basically know nothing.
Yeah, it really has changed.
Yeah, it has changed. This is it here. I'm trying to... I was thinking I would add on some prints down below for stretch goals. I was thinking trying to fit in, I would add in that one. I think Kickstarter would like that.
Yeah, that's a Kickstarter image.
Yeah. And then Ghost with that butt. I think that should do well. I got a GIF in there, Mike. I know you hate GIFs. Look at that. Boom. 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 You hate it, don't you?
I don't hate GIFs. I hate bad GIFs.
So you hate that one?
Yeah.
Good idea. Replicator needed more prints. Thanks, Mo. That's it. I haven't tweeted about this or promoted this. I've only told people on my mailing list and people on here. So it'd be interesting to see how it goes, man. Have no expectations.
Yeah, well, the point of it isn't to, sell your book to people who've already gotten it. It's to find new people who might have, and you had previous Kickstarters, so those guys might not have seen the newer one and all the new prints. My beautiful colors. They're like, oh wow,
they do look nice.
This is really stepped up.
Rob is ready to throw IGG in the river. Yeah, a little bit. Hard not to, though, man. It's hard not to want to throw them in the river. Take that Blondie cover, add a bit of motion to the hair, some falling embers. There's your GIF. All right.
Something a bit, I don't know, less like a PowerPoint photo slide. With a bit of panache. Yeah.
Just get rid of it, you reckon?
Um,
Anton says, it wasn't too long ago you blokes were really dragging your feet regarding Kickstarter. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you're aware of everything that's been happening, Antoine, on Indiegogo. It felt like there was no real need to do anything else because Indiegogo was working so well. But
well, it was always the danger of, Indiegogo had such a bad reputation as well during the whole BLM riots. Kickstarter had a BLM logo up there, which I just found distasteful. I thought that was really unnecessary and, unnecessarily political and everything. But I think the company has changed, seemingly. It seems to have changed a bit since. Not that I really trust them. I just, I don't necessarily think they're the company that they were. And also, there was always the danger that you could, people would say, "Oh, I'm not going to back you anymore because you've gone on to Kickstarter, and that's where the enemy goes," or something like that. And I think that sentiment has really just disappeared. I mean, that's not really a thing anymore. So there's no real reason not to at least, throw your line in the water and see what you can catch anymore. But and I think a lot of that comes down to the whole, Indiegogo shadow banning fiasco, and more. It's not just shadow banning; it's other stuff as well.
Doxing.
Yeah.
Michael says the big thing was Ethan had connections, so everyone staying on IGG gave those campaigns protections.
Well, it wasn't just. I mean, everyone had a contact at Indiegogo, and then that guy left, and then it all just fell apart.
I mean, I've had problems with Kickstarter in the past too. Like, to be fair, like they apart from all the BLM stuff and whatever else they've done, politically, or they allow campaigns that are fraudulent to be up on their site for far too long.
That is true. They drag their feet. I mean, they do. I don't think I've ever seen one get. I mean, I don't know, but go all the way and actually steal people's money. But yeah, they do stay up for a long time, far too long than you would imagine would be appropriate.
There was a guy that had like 8 or 9 campaigns under different names, and they're good-looking books. Don't get me wrong, but they're all like undelivered. And he just kept making campaigns, and he had like multiple people complain to Kickstarter about it, and they just did nothing. So, I mean, that was very frustrating. You got to look at it like comics. When you read comics for a while, it's not the actual comic, but the team of people are on the comic. They still drop Private American. It's just IGG has gotten worse than them. Yep, that's true. Yeah, how's your comic coming along, Antoine? I haven't heard about that in ages. Lack of communication.
Where's my hat? Look.
Oh, nice. So you want to grab comics with good artists and writers. Indiegogo and Kickstarter are neither good or bad. It just depends on the people running. That's like 100% correct, because Indiegogo was great when it was being run by certain people. It got bought out. It turned crap. Same with Kickstarter. It was what it was. Then it got better and got worse and got better again. So it's very true.
Yeah, you're probably going to be fine just not really trusting these companies, but just using them to grow your audience. Just like with YouTube. I don't trust YouTube either. YouTube is not any better than any of these companies or Twitter. But you use them to grow your audience and whatever as best as you can.
Yeah, you guys have got great comments here. I'll get to that in a moment, Moses. Dave says, Kickstarter is not our friend. It's just another platform we can use. D says, they are a means to an end. Yeah, Perfect. Mo says, someone told me Shinobi Sasquatch has switched artists. Well, how? Who's told you this, Mo?
Is that an update? I did get an update, actually, from Shinobi Sasquatch.
Oh, I love his updates because they're just terrible.
I didn't read it. Oh. All right. Can I open this? Is it going to dox anything?
Mo says, the only ones we can trust are Zoop and Crowdfunder. And Back Your Kit. And Back Your Kit. That's that list.
All right. Let's check this out. I just could double check I'm not doxing anything. No, I don't think I am. Okay, cool.
I love his updates. I mean, they're not great, but they're very entertaining.
Can't even see any of that.
Why is it so blurry, Mike? What have you done?
I don't know.
Catch you later, D. Good to see you, dude.
Okay. This is from Cal. See you, D. Okay, I'll give you the most of it, and here it is. We're hiring an artist to help Rob finish the book. Rob will stay on, and we'll be doing original art here and drawn in stuff, but our new team member will be drawing the bulk of the remaining pages. Don't worry, you're going to love this person's art. That's it. Like, how do you get someone to match Rob Willis's art? That's interesting. I can't tell you.
I think Rob Willis is like one of my favorite artists. If he could like actually get stuff done, man, he's crazy talented. Crazy talented.
I can't tell you who it is just yet, but when I can, I will. And though you may never have heard of them, could be non-binary.
Oh God!
You'll be glad you did once we announce it. Just know I'm doing everything I can to make sure this book gets finished. I've actually been working behind the scenes for a long time on this. The problem was always that nothing was certain, so I couldn't say anything without risking delivering empty promises. Now I'm pretty confident that we'll be able to start showing you new art on a regular basis come mid to late summer. When is that?
KSSS says, don't worry, you're going to love this person's art. Is it Wenger?
With that said, you should temper your expectations just a little bit. I'm not touching the campaign funds for this. So I'm paying out of pocket for the new artists, and I do have little and big mouths to feed. So the amount of work the artists can do is limited by my ability to pay them. I don't know yet what that will look like, but I promise I'll keep you posted. Cal.
Who is it though? Does anyone actually know who it is?
Who could do it? Who could fill out those pages?
Skip says, I feel bad for Cal. He did a whole other book and can't launch it because of the lateness of his other campaign. Yeah, it's rough, man. Not much you can do. Dave's saying the same thing. I love Rob Willis's art, but I wouldn't hire him to make a book with. Yeah. Perfect for a cover, though. No. Perfect for a cover. He's great. What else is going on, Mike?
I'm working on the cover to Paint to Death. I've been doing little streams, little morning streams, showing that off, getting ready for the start the countdown and everything, get the hype train going. Other than that, I've just been super focused on that sort of stuff, building out the site, getting work done. I'm putting some pretty harsh deadlines on myself here, so it's a lot of late hours.
Skip says, I bet it's Chris Graves. He did another book with Cal. Yeah, Chris Graves is great.
Chris Graves could do it. Yeah. That would actually be a good fit.
He's great. He's not Rob Willis, though, I think Rob Willis is really, he's up there.
Yeah, but look, you've got to be able to get the book done.
It's true. It's true.
At the end of the day, how much is good art worth?
Good art is worth nothing if you can't deliver it.
Yeah, imagine there was if there's a book, it's this is the most mind-blowing art, but you have to wait 10 years to get it. I don't think it's really worth much. I'd rather just. When is Puzzlegate 2 happening? Asked Mortal V. What does that mean? Puzzlegate 2? I mean, I've put out 3 puzzles now. No, he wants me to make a video or something. I would make more videos, but
you're too busy cheating your way to 1 billion subscribers.
Well, I did a video today on I was just recording one on the Dove thing. Did you see that?
No, what Dove thing?
It's pretty funny. I'll show you both of them, and I'll let you be the present video. I've even got the videos. I can share the video files. All right. So this is from previous, and then they did a follow-up today.
Había 2 personajes, mujeres, nada más. Los dos eran 2 personajes súper sexualizados. Y nada, eran las 2 opciones que tenía para elegir.
2 out of 3 female gamers in the UK say there's a lack of representation in video games.
So 2 out of 3 females in the UK? Full stop?
There's 3 females in the UK who play games, and 2 of them say they're not being represented.
Oh my God.
You were not there. You don't exist. The things are not made for you.
I don't.
Correct. We ever heard that before? These things are not made for you.
Look like that. Not everyone looks like that.
We should really show everybody that who we really are as people, and we should all have a chance.
Have a chance at what? You're all allowed to play the video game.
The crazy thing is, Mike, with so many of these games, you can create your own character. And it has all these different sliders. You can change the hair, the eyes, the nose shape, the jawline. Just hundreds of thousands of things you can possibly do. So you can represent yourself if that is your massive concern. Fucking hell. These people, mate.
A character that looks like me.
Dove wants to change that. What? Who would be tricked by this? Dove, the soap company, wants to change that. Yeah, I bet they do. Why is Dove involved in this?
Video game and be like, yo, this baby's fire.
There are thousands of skins available to choose from. But finally, one that looks like mine.
Oh, I look so badass.
She looks bad. I don't know about badass. Anton says, interesting that these losers want to be objectified like the beautiful people, but they don't want to be developers. That's actually hard work.
It's not only about self-esteem, it's about what you can or cannot do with your life. No.
You can't do this in your life, fat lady. You can't do this. You can only do this in a video game.
Forget that. We are different. It's beautiful. I think it's a dream.
Is there anything more powerful than being a legend? Yes, being real. That we are unique, beautiful, and brave, and that we should be able to play the game.
You know what they should do? They should do a test. They should get a whole heap of actual female gamers and make them play this game and give them an option of 6 different skins, 1 hot, really attractive female, and then dumpity dump 2, dumpity dump 3, and see which one they actually choose. Because I think they choose the hot one.
I don't know. Mo points out being real. So she's an elven archer in real life. I mean, there's so much content you could get from this. It's incredible. The stupidity and Let me find
Why
so
is
there's
that
that
chick
one.
like black white albino? Can you go back? Like what's going
Oh,
on
this
there?
one.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really look like her. I don't know why she said it looked like her. Where is she? Her. I guess she is
Yeah,
actually. No,
kind of.
she's
She
an
is.
albino. No, she is. She's an albino.
All right. I'll take it back.
Yeah, Rob, stop discriminating.
It looks weird though.
It does. It made her more. Yeah.
Mo says 2 out of 3 female gamers in the UK will continue to play Candy Crush. That is so true.
Exactly. All right. So that is old. That's real virtual beauty. So their tagline is "Make virtual beauty real." All right. So let me share another one. So they just did one today. They just released this today. This is the follow-up. I don't think that's how they make video games. Just saying. Alright, look at her. She's looking good. Wait. Oh, look at that. She's so enamored by her real face. It's just like, oh, you are so beautiful. Yeah, those jowls.
Speechless.
Those George Lucas jowls are so beautiful. After a hard day's playing video, I don't know.
What rang?
I guess it's time to go back to the game. She's not going to take her armor. Back to the 74% of girls feel underrepresented in video games. Do you feel represented in video games, Rob? Are you?
I'm represented in so many different comics, though. It's pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah, there are a lot of people who look like you. I don't think I've ever been represented in a video game before. The other day, I did the cut down short, the other month now, I suppose, of Ethan talking about how boys, when they look at entertainment, it's escapism. And they imagine that they are Batman. So Batman is Batman, and they sort of go into his head and get to experience being Batman. Whereas girls and women look at Batman and think Batman will become me. So their sort of, real life self goes into the game and they see themselves doing this stuff, sort of thing, right? That's the difference. And when he said that, everyone said, oh, this is misogynistic. This guy's, doesn't know what he's talking about. And all the same people are saying, yeah, but representation really matters. You see how that's contradictory? You can't say Ethan was wrong and representation matters without being hypocritical, because that's what representation is. Representation is seeing yourself in the story. And that's what they want. The problem is women and girls don't play video games. Not like that. Not in that way. They play Candy Crush and they play, Sims and things like that, where they actually can. In Sims, you actually can go into the video game. It's all funny. It's all cringe. I don't know why Dove is doing it. I don't know what they're getting out of it. Who are they marketing to?
I think I've made this point before, but would it be like a good idea for a company to just be like, fuck representation. We're doing shit our way.
Yeah.
Checking
So
any boxes.
back in the day, there was a company that stood up to this stuff. It was a fitness company that was using this, crazy hot supermodel chick and another guy who was, super ripped. It was a fitness company in the UK. I can't remember what it was. Anyway, they put out these billboards in, out on the street and in train stations and stuff. And it caused a big furor. And they doubled down and were like, no, this is aspirational.
What happened to this?
The woman was real. The woman was a real woman who works out a lot. And they showed it on Instagram and everything. That's how she looked. She wasn't photoshopped. So, it worked out amazing for them. They sold tons of, whatever they were selling, and it was really good. It seems to happen a lot whenever companies do that.
Mo says, let's make it real. It has to be real. The importance is realism. Brought to you by the Unreal Engine.
Yeah, that's a good point.
If we made virtual beauty real, then I guess these bitches would be more mad when Samus comes to life. Samus is a hot chick, Mike.
I know who Samus is.
Most people don't even play characters that look like them when playing video games. Not there isn't a choice though. Usually, if you want to do that, yeah. Like when I play
you
characters,
want to be something different.
Yeah, it's like a massive buff dude who just can rip things apart with his hands. I mean, that's fun.
Yeah, and that's the other thing as well. What guys see themselves represented in, say, Kratos or anything else? If you want to talk about big buff characters, which I don't even know if most guys want to look like that, but I'm sure most guys don't look like that. And most people who are playing these games are probably kids or overweight guys, or
Dave says it's about dismantling culture. That's the goal. Presentative progressivism and inclusion.
The point I made in my shot, because you can only really make one point, you can't really, tool this, but I focused on the whole, they're trying to challenge and redefine and remake beauty standards through body positivity, but the beauty, the spectrum of beauty, that was their wording, is too narrow. It's like, it's narrow by definition. Beautiful people are beautiful because they're rare. Every time you say more and more stuff is beautiful, all that is doing is narrowing the actual beautiful people down smaller and smaller into a smaller percentage of the population. And that's never going to change. You can't change it just by saying it out loud. You're either beautiful or you're not. You're either thin or you're not. I mean, you can't change that just by saying, "I know everyone's beautiful." It's not going to work.
Ryu says, Bancroft, did you see H&K problem today?
I don't know what H&K is. What's H&K?
It's a UK clothing brand, isn't it? I think that's what it is. KSSS says representation is important, except if you're in shape or straight and a masculine man.
Yeah.
No, they're German gun makers. Yes, that would make sense too. The MP5.
No, haven't seen anything about
that. Anton says, if Dove really cared about the issue, they would encourage these people to become developers. Instead, they reaffirm their perceived impotence.
Yeah, look, it's very weird. They're trying to. I guess Dove was trying to be the company, the beauty company that got out in front of this whole body positivity movement first and said, we're going to sell to the norms, because there's obviously going to be way more, fat and ugly women than there are thin and beautiful women. So that's going to be our market. And then I guess they were hoping that, well, if the beautiful people will just buy our stuff anyway, because, out of solidarity with the uggers or something. but it's still a massive kind of turn off, and it's all based. It's treating the customer as if they're a friggin' moron. Those women in that video that we watched, they come across as retards. I mean, they come across as a joke and really very kind of pathetic, low self-esteem. Like, what, you need this to feel good about yourself? That's really sad.
Dove
Yeah, and there's that as well. Yeah,
more real estate hits the soap gets used more quickly.
That's true. Didn't think of that. Yeah, it's just smart business, I suppose. I don't know what any of this has to do with video games, though. But I'm not a
that clip from the whatever podcast with that chick going,
Borok the Destroyer.
Oh my god! Can you find that?
That's not a chick. That's a dude, isn't it?
No, is it?
Surely that's a dude. I think that's a dude.
Can you find it?
Which one?
The one where it's Jabba the Hutt, dude. It was the fucking funniest shit I've ever seen. Don't you wish you'd made that? I mean, that was amazing.
Yeah.
It's a dude?
Yeah, it's a dude. I mean, it's hard to tell at that size. And you have to hear the voice, I suppose, to really know.
Model V says, Rob, can you find it, Michael? I don't have to explain my search history to my wife. I showed my wife that clip. She's like, oh my God. Gorlock the Destroyer. It's funny though, like lots of women rate themselves like 10 out of 10, where in fact, like as guys, you wouldn't even rate them. They're not even.
Yeah, that's the body positivity thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole. It doesn't change reality.
Gorlock the Destroyer comic. But Gorlock is a man. That could be the whole theme of the comic. Is it a man? Is it a woman? What is Gorlock?
It's a man. It's a man. I just found it. I mean, it's a repost, but it'll do. It'll do the job. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Kiko. I'm 23. I go to UCSB and I also bartend. Hi, I'm Kiko. I'm 23.
When I first heard that, I did a spit take. I was not expecting
amazing. That was amazing. I think there is a clip of her with her actual voice. Too many simps in girls' DMs calling mids a 10 out of 10. Yeah. Yeah.
It's the internet.
Yeah. Guys, I need to show you part 3 of the cover, which I will do now. I think it's actually 3 or 4 are the best ones. I can't show you the 4th color because there's stuff on it you can't see until you own the book. Spoilers and such. But Alan Goldman, part 3, right here. Like, it's just ridiculous, Mike. Like, how good is this? Look at these boobs.
Draws a mean swatch watch.
Yeah.
Did you say look at those boobs?
Yeah, fantastic. Great weight. I really like what he's done here with paint. He's made that character look really fucking menacing and just the way I wanted him to look. Mo's favorite character in the back. Swift Shock. Swatch Watch. Whatever you want to call it.
What if he had like gut sword, but it was like double gut sword? Now, I thought that was a building at the back, and I thought the sword was going behind the building, but that's his gun on his back.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Amazing stuff. Matthew Dalton is inking this now. Hopefully get that in a couple of weeks, man. But yeah, Replicator 4. It's going to be a 4-part cover. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can get it. Matt Dalton's inking it, Antoine. It's going to be sick. He's doing it originally too. So hopefully he just mashes it because, yeah, he's a really good artist himself, man. He's really good. So her sword is like a cock in her hand. Yes, I didn't see that, Mortal V, but yes. Do you see it, Mike? The cock.
Oh yeah, it's the whole
sword.
Didn't John Malin do that, or Shane, or someone did that?
Ethan
on one of the covers.
Ethan did it on Malin's cover. Yeah, that was a great cover too, man. Swift Shock is only there as Rob's self-insert for Downey representation. Thanks, man. Nailed it, Mo. You got it spot on. Let me show you how they all link up together now. Let me just save that here. But yeah, I mean, these covers are beautiful, man. I can't wait to have them. I'm going to do them as posters too. So like I'm going to have a full row of posters, which people can buy if they want to. It's going to be great. There we go. All right. So this is how they all come together. So don't forget there's 4. So there's another one on the end at the right there. But yeah, that's how they all work together as one. I mean,
it's pretty freaking crazy.
I think it's beautiful.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Been wanting to do this for so long. And
who's the guy on the left at the bottom with the bare chest?
That's Swift Shock.
Right, so he's on. They're on it multiple times.
Mm-hmm. There's Ghost, original Ghost, and Swift Shock, and then new Swift Shock and new Ghost.
My only criticism, actually, now that I see it, would be, and you could do it in the colors. You don't need to change the art at all. On Swift Shock on the left, he looks like he lacks a little bit of definition on his sort of, his chest and his arm and everything compared to, look at his forearm, all that definition, and then, on his chest, on his pecs and stuff, it looks a bit white. But that, you could just add in some highlights and stuff. That would balance that out a little.
I want to get the guy that colored the trading cards to do it because,
yeah,
he's
great.
He's
show them if people haven't looked at them in a while.
Yeah, let me grab them. I need to get an edition of it that's covered.
Anton says, Bancroft, you're not coloring this? No, Rod's getting a better colorist than me to do this. You'll see it in a second.
I mean, you're great, man.
This guy's humble enough to see that.
All right, let me just edit this quickly.
I got to do my own thing.
Yeah, you're so busy, dude. You got a million things going on at once. I'm just trying to find it. I just got to cover it. So just give me a second, guys.
I thought you already had covered it.
Yeah, but not on the one I'm looking at. So
Mo's out of here. See you, Mo.
See you, Mo.
Speaking of Rob Willis, the guy that I've got on tomorrow, it's for Sector 7. He's got a Rob Willis cover. Did you see it?
No, is it good?
I was showing it off today on my early stream. Yeah, it's Rob Willis cover. Okay, it says Mrs. Mo already.
There it is. It's fucking beautiful. Ignore that white scribble in the background. That's me.
Did you just do that?
I did it right then, yeah.
Hope that wasn't the final print piece. Yeah, check this out. Look at this.
Yeah, cool.
It's a kaiju book.
Yeah.
I love this woman. Check out, that's hot.
Amazing. That's beautiful. Yeah, he's great, man. He really is. He's like one of my favorites.
I wonder if he over renders just a little bit on the inks. You know? I'm just looking at this chick here, and I'm thinking whoever inked, say, Jim Lee or something back in the 90s, how he would handle it. I know
like
Rob
his
would go
pencils
really
better.
heavy with the cross hatching.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I like his pencils better than his inks. Always have.
Like, this face is just amazing.
Mm.
I mean, it still ends up, it looks beautiful. No, don't get me wrong. But it's, you know, a lot of cross hatching and stuff. And still, yeah, crazy.
Scott Williams. Says,
Scott Williams?
Jeremy Burt's.
He used to ink Jim Lee. I don't know anyone's names from back in the day.
Do you guys know much about cemeteries? Can we go ghost hunting in a cemetery? Like, is that legal? Do they lock cemeteries down at night, Mike? I mean,
they would, but it also wouldn't be too difficult to jump the fence and get in there, as long as there isn't a caretaker. It would be pretty easy to spot us though with our lights.
Because I mean, our first option's been our first and best option's been demolished, so we're kind of in a bit of a bind here. We need a place to ghost hunt. I just don't know. I don't know what we can do here. Bring the wheel to the cemetery to communicate with the dead. That would be an interesting one. Trying to explain that away to the security guards. Would that piss off YouTube? Who knows? Depends on the cemetery. Night vision goggles.
No.
You guys are going to have to start chucking.
Looking at actual graves or anything. We wouldn't be laughing at, you know, dead people. It would just at a cemetery.
Night vision goggles. You guys are going to need to start chucking in a lot of money for super chats if you want us to have night vision goggles. That's just
yeah, I don't see that happening.
A lot of lockdown, depending on the cemetery. It might require scaling a fence or stepping over a chain link rope.
Yeah, I seem to. I think there are cemeteries out there that don't really have a fence. You know, they're just in a big place.
What if we got a haunted hotel room, Bancroft, and stay the night together? Oh shit! We could bring our wives.
I guess that could be a thing.
You just tell your wife, hey, Mel, do you want to get away for the weekend? And I'll be like, hey, Jen, you want to get away for the weekend? We just don't tell them we're going together. Oh, Rob's here. That's really weird. And it's haunted. That's strange.
I mean, I guess if we were doing it at 2 a.m., it would be kind of prime time for CG. You know, in terms of when we would be live.
There's less awkward excuses to come out of the closet.
I know. I'm like, what's that? Did you feel that? I'm like, did you feel that? Something's touching my leg. He's like, it's me. Just let it happen.
Royal Hotel Seymour, Melbourne. Room 5 is said to be the most haunted, and the staff are particularly hesitant to go into it. That's what you want. That's what you want. Hesitant staff.
Yeah, but the ghost would be like, these guys just want to get famous on YouTube by, filming me, so he's not going to do anything.
But with my special devices, Bancroft, he won't have much of a choice. He'll have to come out and play. If I bring my little ball, who can resist touching that ball, ghost or human? Who can resist it?
Good question.
Exactly.
It's only one way to find out. Who can resist touching your ball? Hopefully me.
Improby says Brokeback Mountain 2 Into the Outback. It should be Into the Butt Crack.
Oh my god.
That works pretty well. Are you worried about staying at Camel's house? Like it does get very gay over there.
No. I think it's all just jokes. I don't think he's actually gonna shove his asshole into my face or anything. Like
I hope so. That would be really awkward. Mike says no, Outback works better. Ties with Australia. Yeah, okay. All right. It was your joke. I'll let you have it. Windsor Hotel in Melbourne. That might be an option. A young ghost of a young teenage boy who wanders around level 1. How are you not more into this, Bancroft, with all your like lucid mind dream walking stuff? It's kind of the same.
Mind dream walking.
It's on the same kind of level. Water bending, ghost hunting. It's all the same stuff.
It's fantasy. It's make believe. It's not real.
Are you telling me the Lucent isn't real?
I'm telling you, the Lucent is not real. It is
wow.
Fictional story made up of fictional characters. Even Gilgamesh probably wasn't real.
You'd hope so. With that coom face, you'd hope it's not real. Mortal V says Rob Sexwheel would have all these things to do with Michael in the graveyard. 90% of the wheel would say fingering for some reason.
And then the other one is a golden gay time.
Oh shit! Rob has been calling it the Lucent walking dream. That explains a lot. I can't read that Simply Green. I can't read that.
Especially now.
Oh no, we'll get cancelled.
Gonna come and arrest us.
Yeah, I mean, it just keeps telling us to go to like Old Melbourne Jail, this other jail. I can't.
Well, why don't we just try out the hotel room? You would have to call up and say, "Can I get your most haunted room, please?"
Yeah, and can I have it for? Can I have 2 separate single beds? Oh, you only have one king. Okay, I guess.
Do they have a haunted couch that I can sleep on? You can get because I would think the ghost would want to attack you in the bed. That's where the action would happen. I'd be safe on the couch.
What equipment do we need though? We need some video recording devices, phones, but we need to leave stuff set up overnight too for when the ghost tries to fuck with us while we're asleep.
You're gonna stream us sleeping?
Well, we don't have to stream that part, but we have to record it. Hey Rob, what goes with an arrow?
A bow.
I'm scared of what he's trying to say. Melbourne jail.
Well, the jail one is gay because it's just you're on a friggin' ghost tour. That's lame.
Mayday
You don't
Hills
do that.
Beechworth. That's like 3 or 4 hours away.
That's probably not happening. Is that where the hotel is?
No, this is another one. Where's Ardale, Mike? Aradale.
Sounds like it's in Lord of the Rings. Never heard of it.
Okay. Ballarat.
It's the Sword of Aradale. I'm not going to Ballarat to find a non-existent ghost.
You say that, but once we find, okay, what's it going to take for you to believe that we encountered something supernatural, Mike? Like, what's the?
I want to see a ghost. I want to see it, and I've seen things that I can't explain before.
Such as?
Well, I saw that ball of lightning that I presume was ball lightning. I don't know what it was, but that was real. I saw that with my own 2 eyes. I thought that was a ghost when I was seeing it as well. I thought that for years, actually. So I was a believer. And then I heard about ball lightning. I'm like, oh, that's exactly what I saw. You know, what people are describing.
So you're
not
saying
just like,
that...
oh, a light turned. Like, usually that's what the stories are. A light turned on, or I heard footsteps, or something like that. That's completely nonsense, intangible, something in your head, you know, or an electrical issue.
If we're talking to a ghost, right, we're going, hey, Mr. Ghost, you know, turn the light on for yes, turn it off for no, and it does it. Does that count?
It would help, but how do I know I'm not getting fucked with?
Well, I don't know. What if you asked it questions?
That something only I would know?
Well, I don't know. Is the ghost going to know stuff that only you know? That doesn't make much sense.
They might have access to some plane of knowledge.
Mortal V says, Rob, what happens if you say the name of that big muscular guy from Double Dragon called a Bobo? I don't think that's how it's meant to be pronounced, is it, Mortal V? I don't know if I could explain away a ghost hand job, assuming Rob's hands are visible. Oh, shit. Yeah, we've got to do a shoey too, Mike. So we're going to have to take shoes. Extra shoes.
Yep. Will the shoeys summon the ghosts? Maybe. An Australian ghost. We could get the ghost of Steve Irwin to show up.
That would be crazy.
Oh, yeah. Stick my finger, I'm going to stick my thumb right up its ass.
Do you have any other ghost stories? You know who's got crazy ghost stories? Charlie's London. She reckons like she's in a haunted place.
All the ghost stories I've heard are like, I was asleep in bed and I heard someone walking up the stairs. Like, yeah, you were dreaming. You were in a semi-lucid state and you were hallucinating. It's a real thing. Or like, I woke up and there was like a ghost on my chest holding me down. Yeah, there was sleep paralysis and you're hallucinating. It's a very normal thing. Happens to a lot of people. Or like, here's my mother told me, and I felt bad when I told her this because I felt really bad. The night the day her father died, she woke up that night and he was sitting at the end of her bed.
Mm-hmm.
And she had a conversation with him, very real. You know, he was like, it's okay, you know, everything's fine, you'll be fine, this and that, whatever. And it was very real. It wasn't a dream. And I said to her, yeah, it's a very common hallucination that you have when you are in sleep paralysis, that a presence is there, and you can actually feel them. You can feel, like, if I used to have it quite a bit, Mel would go to work early, and then I would be in this state, and I would feel her sit on the bed and sort of like, hold my hand or something while I was, sleeping, and I could feel it. But it wasn't really happening. There was no one there. It was all just a half dream, half awake state.
Sleep
And she was
paralysis
like, no, I'll just.
terrifying.
It can be, yeah, if you don't know what's happening. If you've got some like dude like sitting on top of you, going, "I'm gonna kill you," and you can't move, yeah, can be pretty scary.
Do tell, Antoine. What do you think of this? One of my friends, his friend,
grandmother. One of my friends, his friend's grandmother,
passed away, right? And this friend lost his wedding ring. He didn't know where it was, couldn't find it. And so the grandmother came to the friend and told the friend in a dream that the wedding ring was here in this location. He went and told the friend that, and the friend went and searched for it in that location, found the wedding ring. What do you think of that?
A dream and a coincidence had a baby, and that's that story. Let me tell you a story. I hadn't seen my cousin since I was 5. Yeah, and I was with Mel. So let's say I'm 25. Okay, so I hadn't seen my cousin in 20 years. I go over to Sunday dinner at my dad's place, and my cousin's there. It's like, oh, amazing. Haven't seen you in 20 years. A week later, Mel and I are driving down the Great Ocean Road in Victoria. People who don't know, it's a very scenic road that goes up the coast of eastern coast of Australia. And we stop at what's called the 12 Apostles, which is a formation, a cliff formation, where bits of things. Anyway, it's an attraction, right? And there's this huge car park. Thousands of cars can park there. We go out to see the 12 Apostles, and we're walking back. Who's there? My cousin, just randomly with her partner. And we're like, oh my God, haven't seen you in so long. And all of a sudden now we bump into each other.
Was your cousin a ghost?
At the 12 Apostles. It's the 12 Apostles is like a 4.5 hour drive away from Melbourne. Anyway, we're walking back to the car, and we're like, this is so amazing. I can't believe we've just bumped into each other. We were at this location on this day at this time, and we were leaving at the same time out of all these hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people, and we bump into each other. And that's a coincidence. Oh, where are you going? We're heading to Wollongong. We're heading to Wollongong. What? Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, we're staying at this hotel. We're staying at that hotel. And it's not just one hotel in Wollongong. There's lots of hotels. Oh, this is crazy. This is the most crazy coincidence ever. And we're just laughing. And we're walking. We're wondering, when are we going to, part ways? Because obviously we didn't arrive together. Well, we never parted ways, because out of all the thousands of cars, they parked their car directly next to ours. Directly next to it. This is like 5 or 6 unbelievable coincidences all packed together into one thing. Yeah. Actually, they wanted us to come out to dinner to them, and we said no. Anyway, that's not the point. Coincidences happen in real life. Crazy coincidences. Like someone loses their wedding ring on a beach and then finds it again 40 years later, just in the sand. I'm telling you, coincidences are real, and everyone experiences them.
But
to a
my
different
story involved a ghost, Mike. There was no ghost in your story. It was just
that your
coincidences.
story involved a dream.
Yeah, dream ghost. I have a story that I cannot explain, and I don't know how it happened. This is when I was living in England. I woke up. I had a massive headache. Right, went to bed. Woke up in the middle of the night, and I think I might have told you this story before. But I woke up. Room was pitch black, right? So there was no lights on or anything. But when I woke up, I could see everything, but it was all red. The easiest way to explain it was like the whole room was
you had red glasses on or something.
Yeah,
like
red
that?
night vision goggles type thing.
Yeah.
Got up, went to the toilet, went back to bed, woke up, everything was fine in the morning. Still don't know what the fuck that was about.
Well, hang on. Were you worried at all that everything was red?
Yeah, but you know when you're like half asleep, and it's kind of like this is concerning. Like, have you ever like?
I would have thought, holy shit, I've got eye cancer.
Have you ever been asleep, well, like nearly asleep, and you see something out the window, you go, "Oh, that might be a UFO," but I can't be bothered getting up to check out because I'm too tired. Have you ever been that tired? That's how I was feeling.
No, not really. I suppose not. If I saw a UFO, I would go and look at it. Yeah.
But
was it not? There wasn't a red light coming in through the window or something?
Nah, nothing. There was nothing coming in. The whole room was red. There was no light source coming in at all.
That's not a ghost story, though. That's just a
weird ass story. It's
interesting, though. I've never heard anything like that before.
Can I read you a story I found just hilariously funny?
Continue.
I don't know if anyone else will find this funny because apparently my sense of humor is just too sophisticated for everybody.
Reddit. You're always on Reddit. I don't know why you go on that site.
Today I fucked up by throwing my steak out a window. Last night.
Is that how you know? Is that how you know all these acronyms? Through Reddit?
Yeah, and because like I played computer games when I was a teenager, Mike, and that's how people talk. Oh. Last night, my wife's boss from her brand new job invited us over for dinner. On the drive over, my wife reiterated many times to me just how important it was to make a good impression. I scoffed and arrogantly informed my silly wife that I always make good impressions. I can see this being you, Mike, honestly. I think this suits you to a T.
I do always make good first impressions. So
my wife's boss is a single lady in her 50s, so it was just the three of us. We chit-chatted over drinks and salads and seemed to be really hitting it off. She laughed at my well-timed, perfectly appropriate jokes, and my wife seemed pleased. Soon, she brought out the main course, a nice big juicy steak for each of us. As I began to cut into my steak, I was discouraged to discover how undercooked the steak was. Now, I've had my fair share of rare steak. I prefer medium, but I can handle rare. This was several minutes on hot grill short of rare. I probably could have resurrected the cow had I tried. Instead, I sat there fidgeting with my knife and fork, worrying about how I was going to get away with not eating this steak. Claim veganism? No, I'd already feigned great enthusiasm upon seeing the steak. Just then, our hostess excused herself to the kitchen to take care of some dessert preparations. As soon as I looked across the fancy dining room table at the open window of this third-story apartment, a cartoon light bulb appeared over my head. I knew I had to be decisive, realizing that she could return at any moment. I committed. I grabbed the steak with my hand, gently shook off the juice, and executed a perfect throw right through the center of the window. Now, here's the big time fuck up. The window wasn't open. It was the cleanest freaking window you'd ever seen in your life. That is until my mostly raw slab of steak slammed up against it and slowly slid down, leaving a trail of bloody juice in its wake. My wife, whose steak was a nice medium rare and was unaware of my predicament, turned, jaw dropped, and stared at me like I was an alien from another planet. This look slowly morphed into a mere, to more of it, there's no place on this planet you can ever hide from me expression of demonic anger. I can see Mel doing that too. My
Well,
wife's
understandable.
my wife's boss heard the thud of the steak on the window and came quickly. She took in the scene, the steak sitting on the windowsill, the blood trail, my empty plate, and then gave me an inquisitive, puzzled look. I just didn't know what to say. I felt like a minute of silence, but it was probably 3 or 4 seconds. Finally, the best I could manage was, "I'm so sorry. I'm such a klutz. I don't know. I was just cutting it and it slipped. Just ask my wife. I really am a klutz, right, right, honey? No help coming from this direction. I will clean this up. I can't believe this. I am so sorry." Both women continued to stare at me like I escaped from a loony bin as I smeared the blood around the window with my cloth napkin, dusted off the steak, and continued to mutter my incoherent explanation. I knew no one was buying the story. I knew what I had to do. I sheepishly returned to my seat and proceeded to eat every bit of that disgusting, cold, chewy, bloody raw steak. I remained there quiet for the rest of the evening. My wife's only 2 words to me since the incident are, "I'm fine." What do you think? I love that story. I thought it was hilarious.
I mean, it's a fine enough story, I suppose.
Out of 10, Bancroft, give me
Is that
something.
what you spend your days doing? Reading weird shit on Reddit?
I spend my days doing lots of weird stuff.
Why didn't he just say, "My steak isn't cooked. Can you go put it back on the thing?" That's my first thought.
Is that how you make a good impression?
Yes. It's as normal a request as, "Excuse me, where's the bathroom?"
Is it though? It's like, "Excuse me, I need to relieve my bodily functions," or "You don't know how to cook food properly. Can you cook it longer?" kind of situation.
I prefer it rare. I prefer it medium. Everyone has a preference for steak. Some people eat what's it called?
Blue.
Like well done.
Oh yeah.
They're not going to eat a raw steak. I wouldn't eat a raw steak. I like it pink in the middle, but
I didn't know for the longest time like that you were meant to, like, you could have rare steaks. I thought like they had to be cooked well done.
Well, like pork or something.
I don't know.
Like they were parasites. Yeah. No, you can eat it. You can have it.
Our viewership has gone up since that story, Mike. I just thought you'd like
I'm not saying it was a bad story. It just, I mean,
well, you make me feel like
it didn't have any. It didn't have as many coincidences as my story did. My story is real from the heart. Didn't write it down.
But could you imagine?
What are the odds you reckon that story is real? Like, do you think that actually happened?
I like to believe that it's real, Mike. I choose to believe. I like medium rare in steaks and burgers. Burgers is a different kettle of fish for me, man. That feels weird if they're rare. It feels like they're not meant to be rare.
I had a rare burger the other day.
100% fake?
Yeah, I think so too. It's like a little creative writing exercise. That's what I interpret that as.
Was your mother a good cook, Mike?
She didn't cook much. Like, she didn't cook a big variety, but what she did cook, she cooked well. I really liked the cakes that she baked, even though it was just the same cake pretty much. But yeah, well, I like her cooking. I mean, I might be biased because I grew up on it, but why do you ask?
Micah said, "I thought I hated steak until I was 18. My stepdad and mum both burned them, and I just thought I didn't like the taste of steak." Yeah. My mum cooked a meal that I've never seen anyone else cook in my life since. Do you want to have a crack at what it is?
No, I wouldn't even know where to begin. Tell me.
Apricot chicken.
Disgusting.
Have you ever had apricot chicken?
I don't want to have apricot chicken. Not interested. Well, how was it?
Terrible. Scarred for life. Why do you think I am this way? It's all because of the
No,
apricot
clearly.
chicken. Dude, you're getting good, dude. What's going on?
I've always been good.
No, that's not.
You've been seeing my old art this whole time.
Let's not lie. I mean, you're making improvements.
No, I don't know. I put a lot of effort in. This is the cover, so I put a lot of effort into the.
Great hair.
Yeah, I'm thinking working out well. Anton was saying this part up here looked too much like an antler, so I'm sort of playing around with that.
Yeah, he's been watching EVS draw hair for years. Yeah, I know. That's how he's gotten good.
EVS goes way more detailed than this on the hairs. No, but I do I don't know. Ethan's method is very different because he's traditional. So my method is you kind of block it in first and then you erase it out because you can do that in digital, which you can't do in.
Is she reacting to seeing the scene from Enkidu in Gilgamesh?
She is falling up.
She looks like she's got crazy hair powers. Does she have crazy hair powers?
No, it's just whipping around, you know.
You learn from
She's
Ringy.
falling up a hole. If that makes any sense. I'm sure it doesn't.
Are you going to have all those other bodies on that cover? How's that going to work?
No, this is my reference.
Oh, okay.
So I had other stuff in here too. Like you
So
can
she
see,
just-
this is how I draw, by the way. So there's the cover from the first one. I didn't really use that yet.
Is she just a head? Or does she have a body?
She's a head at the moment. I had this in here. I was looking at some eyes that I did. I had this in here. There you go. Because I forget how to draw. You know, so I'm like, how do I draw the lips? Oh yeah, it's like that.
Dude,
you know,
that is go back up to that one. That is the perfect. Oh my god, it's so big face.
Don't you remember? I was coloring this once on a stream, and then someone put in like a dick.
Yes, that was
shadow.
great. Oh my god, that's amazing.
But I like how I drew her eyes here. I like everything how I drew it here. It's pretty good. So even though this isn't as big, I wanted it to be pretty good.
Micro has a good point. He says, but wouldn't their hair be going towards the viewer from that angle if she's fallen upwards?
Yeah, yes, it would, but it would also be whipping. So if it was falling upwards, it would just be sort of this shape like this, which isn't really pleasant. You guys can't see it at the moment, but essentially her hair is kind of pointing in that direction, sort of. One hand will be pointing in that direction, a leg will be pointing in this direction, another, and then another hand in that direction. So it's sort of like a star kind of, it's a compositional thing. I think it does the trick. And
One
plus
sec.
as well,
Anton, do you want to pop on and tell the story? That's fine if you want to. Just let me know. I'll send you the link.
as well, you know, it's not real, so it doesn't really matter. I lost her.
How good's From, Mike? Been enjoying it?
Yeah. I was worried with the second episode, because what tends to start to happen with these things is they want to drag out the mystery, which I understand. But then what happened in episode 2 is everyone just got really dumb and stupid.
Yeah.
Like Boyd making really stupid mistakes, getting himself into trouble, and you know, you start to see the writer's hand in the story a little bit more, and you're like, oh, that's not, I don't think they would do that. But they stopped that. It didn't happen after that episode. And now I made Mel watch the scene with the priest again today, because that's a pivotal scene, because they had a chessboard in it, and I've drawn a chessboard once in the Lucerne, and the reason you put a chessboard in a scene that isn't a chess story, is you're trying to subliminally tell the audience this is a game. They're playing a game, and in chess there's a beginning, middle, and end game, and there are different kinds of players in a game. And he actually starts like, it's your move. You know, he's telling him how to win this game, and he even says, and the prize, the win, is you get to go home. He even says that in the thing, and he clearly knows about things. And you know, I was wondering, is this an apparition or is it real? Well, the priest picks up one of the chess pieces at one point, and there's blood on the chess piece, by the way. I don't know if he puts the blood on there, but I thought that was interesting. As I'm like, he's interacting with the scenes. I'm thinking that priest was real. You know, I think, well, real in as much as anything can be real in this situation that they're in. Yeah.
What do you think it is? Like, what's your guess as to what's going on? If it's a dream or a simulation,
they've said an experiment. They've said simulation. They've said other things. I don't think it's going to be that obvious. I think it's going to be. I hope it's going to be a take on that sort of thing, but in a very unexpected way. Hopefully.
I'm going with purgatory. That's what I'm going with. All right, Antoine, I'll read this.
Hang on. Snarkticon says, I don't know what show you're talking about. We're talking about From, and it's not Netflix. It's MGM Plus. It's quality.
It's really good. I try to make my wife watch it. She's like, "Why did you think I would like this show?" Like, she
some people don't like it.
She saw the
doesn't like it.
She watched the episode where the grandmother's at the window, and then the kid opens the window, and she's like,
"Oh, well, that's the first episode. That's yeah. That was like rough." All right.
Okay, I'm gonna read Antoine's ghost story. I'm assuming that everything he said here is real. I don't know. As a kid, I was homeless for a while and found an abandoned building to sleep in for the night. It was damp and dusty, but convenient. My eyes and sinuses were irritated terribly. I found a corner on the 3rd floor to sleep in. After I settled in at the night, I could hear raccoons rutting on the 1st floor, which sounded like bloody murder. I could hardly sleep that night as every creak or groan of the old building jolted me awake, eyes fixed on the door. I could swear that I saw a foot entering the door in the night shadows. Eventually, I passed out, despite my heightened anxiety. The next day, I had a clear memory of meeting an entity, a demon named Zathursta, who tated with glee as he touched me in a way that could not be undone. This entity has haunted me my entire life, and I can often see him on the edge of my periphery, smiling, waiting. Is that it? Is that where it ends?
That's an unusual ghost story, Antoine. I mean, it feels like it's in your perception. To me, it sounds a lot like, I mean, I know it sounds very personal though. It's like this guy's haunting you to this day, following you around. That's a bit spooky, but yeah. Did you dream his name? Is that how you know his name?
Zathurst is a strange name.
Skip says, I think they're trapped inside that new guy, Elgin. He's hosting all the people. That's why the building collapsed when he arrived. Nah. He says, Anton says, yes, well, all ghost stories are perception. That is true, technically. Snuntica says, I hope a ghost scares Bancroft and humbles him. Oh, God, well, if I see one, I'll be scared.
That's all I want.
I'm not saying I can't be scared.
Oh, I had a question. I wrote it
You want to
down.
make me a believer in ghosts. That's what you want.
So, okay, so Bancroft, you would have no hesitations going to the mirror at midnight and saying Bloody Mary 3 times.
No.
All right, we're doing that. We're doing that. We're doing all the things that people say you shouldn't do. We're making Bancroft do them. Ouija board,
Right.
yes.
Would you have a problem going to a mirror and saying Bloody Mary 3 times at midnight?
Not really, but I also kind of believe that you don't want to open yourself up to those kind of things, whether they're fact or fiction. Some negative energy, Bancroft. Negative energy.
Anton expands here. No, it was presented to me as a matter of fact memory. So you woke up the next day like with new memories that you didn't have when you went to sleep. Could it have been in my mind? Sure. The clarity of it is what is most haunting. I can understand that. Yeah. Kessis says, why would you be scared of a ghost? I think it's just natural. I think you can choose what you're scared of. I think you just, you're scared of it. I don't think. Now, what you do in the, in the face of that is up to you. But it's a natural bodily reaction.
What are you afraid of, Mike? Dark nights at Camel's house.
Yeah, Camel Moon and 3 a.m. in the morning, creeping into my guest room. What am I scared of? I don't know. Normal things like, cancer, dying in a car crash.
Oh my god! Getting stabbed by a crackhead when ghost hunting.
Getting stabbed by a meth head. Oh, it wouldn't be a crackhead. It'd be a meth head.
Meth head, yeah.
Yeah. That would be unpleasant. I wouldn't appreciate that. That's why I'd rather go to the hotel room, and you can set up all your gizmos there. We'll have a
Mike's like, I'm just gonna go to sleep, Rob. You do whatever you want.
No, I'll participate.
Well, I mean, if I had $1 million and that was the deal, I would be scared of a millionaire now.
All right, Rob. I think it's dinner time.
I'd take the big titty elder sister like thing, knowing it's my luck. It's not going to be anything like that. All right, guys, we had like 45, 50 people in here the whole time. Thank you so much. Mike's link to his Kickstarter is in the description below. So is mine. I'm going to launch it tomorrow at 11 our time, which is what time? It's when Mike does his show. What time is that for America?
9 p.m.
9 p.m. EST or EDT. I think you guys are in now, aren't you?
EST. Is it?
It changes though.
Eastern.
Doesn't it? Yeah, Eastern, but it changes from standard time to daylight time. I'd be afraid for Michael, but I think he could overpower Camel if he had to. But the question is, does he want to, Antoine? All right, guys. Thank you. You guys are awesome. I'm going to play you guys out with...
Hey! That's a pretty sorry-looking wagon you got there, mister. I reckon it could use a coat of paint. Well, what are we waiting for?
Gonna paint our wagon, gonna paint it good. We ain't bragging, we're gonna coat that wood.
They're gonna paint that wagon, they're gonna paint it good. They ain't bragging, they're gonna coat that wood.
They're singing! They're singing, Marge! Why aren't they killing each other?
Yeah, their guns are right there.